Hi, it's Melissa from the Melmar Group. Today's money-saving travel tip is going to be all about hotels. So if you want to know more, stay tuned. Okay, I went to travel school, graduated, loved it, ended up working in the hospitality industry for over 8 years. 5 of those years were working for a large hotel chain, large fancy hotel chain I should say, in several locations, including positions such as sales, catering, and front desk. I also am a savvy, frugal mom, and so I know quite a bit about how to manipulate hotels, or at least I try. So let me give you a couple insider secrets to hotels. Number 1, try to book as far in advance as you can. It's a guessing game for them. They're guessing how full they're going to be. Maybe that convention hasn't booked yet and they don't know that they're going to have a full house when you're calling a year ahead. Now, let me tell you, conventions book a year ahead. So if you know you're going to Disney World in 18 months, call the hotel. Try to book at least a year ahead so that you have the best chance at getting the best rates available. Of course, traveling off season, you're going to get better rates than traveling on season. Of course, if you show up at a hotel and they're empty that night, they might give you a discount because selling you a room is better than not selling a room at all. But try to reserve as soon as you can. If you are affiliated with any organizations that can give you a discount, if your company happens to have a corporate rate with that hotel chain, if you happen to have a AAA card, or you're older and you have an AARP card, or you have a family member like your husband who works for the government, check all of those special rates out. And if you look online, you're not always going to be able to access those. Sometimes you have to call the hotel directly. I would suggest calling the hotel Monday through Friday between about 10 a.m. and maybe 4 p.m. You can ask for a sales manager or even the general manager. Just tell them that you want to talk to somebody on site, not central reservations, to make your reservation. With our recent hotel stay, we saved anywhere from $15 to $20 a night just by having our little AAA card. So that was $100 savings for 5 nights. The next thing that you want to know is hotels have a big strategy that they use. So not only are they guessing when they're going to be full, especially really far out, when they realize that they're going to be full, they find ways to make people stay longer in order to benefit them. So one of the first things you should know is they will have sometimes on their reservation screen something called a must stay. It's where I worked, it was an MS, and then it would have a number behind it. So if it was a prime time of the year, let's say there was a convention coming in and the convention was running Thursday through Sunday, they wouldn't let you check in on a Friday. You had to check in on a Thursday and you had to stay 3 nights. So you're there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They've got you. If you tried to check in on a Friday, they tell you they were sold out because they knew that they were going to have a large crowd checking in on Thursday and most likely a full house. Also, with that must stay 3, unless you prepay your reservation, you don't have to stay all 3 nights. So if you can figure out that there's a must stay requirement for whenever you're trying to go, even if you get a reservation agent that will tell you, you don't have to stay all 3 nights unless you've prepaid and it's non-refundable. So try to avoid that when you can. So let's say you get to the hotel, you have nothing to do with the convention, you check in on Thursday and you want to leave on Saturday, but there was a must stay 3 when you checked in, which meant that you were supposed to stay until Sunday. Well, you have every right to go to the front desk, again, unless you've prepaid, and tell them when you are choosing to check out. You don't have to do what they are requiring you to do. They also have times where they will only let you stay 1 night, or I've even seen up to a must stay 7 for like the Kentucky Derby, or I'm sure it probably happened during the Olympics, something like that. So if you can get to know that terminology and you can ask the reservation agent or the hotel, hey, do you have a minimum stay that you're requiring? Is there a night, if I check in the night before, can I get in? One thing to know about that also, you can sometimes work around a must stay. Going back to that example of Thursday through Sunday for the convention. If you booked the hotel Thursday, Friday, Saturday, knowing that you had to book it Thursday because of the must stay requirement, if you really didn't need it until Friday, you could call them and see if they could change it just to a Friday, Saturday only after you've made the reservation and given them your credit card. But don't cancel anything out until you know if they can override that must stay to do that for you with an existing reservation. Also, in our recent hotel stay, I asked for a ground level room, simply for the convenience of it. And when we got there, they were all sold out. So the first question I had for the front desk agent was, can you upgrade us? What upgrade will you give us? They upgraded us to a room on the second floor, but it happened to have a bedroom divided from the living room or the family room kitchen area. And so we had a door that divided it. Was it a great upgrade? No. If they had not had that available, they may have upgraded me to an even nicer room. So try to ask for things that you want, and if they don't have them, ask if you can upgrade. Because the worst thing they can say is no, and most of the time, if you've requested it and they've not met your request, they're going to try to do whatever they can to make you happy, within reason. Also with that stay, they wanted us to change rooms. Well, I'm sorry, when I check into a hotel room, I have no interest in changing unless the room is not satisfactory to me and I want to change. So when they asked if we would be willing to change rooms after the first night, I said no. So we were able to stay in that upgraded room the entire time. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Don't ever be afraid to let them know if you're frustrated or have a problem. That's what the front desk is there for. Realize at night that the front desk usually only has 1 or 2 people working, and most of the time they have their night auditors come in at like 10:30 at night. So you might get somebody, if you're checking in later, that doesn't do a lot of check-ins. Just be patient with them. They still might be able to give you that upgrade. And just give the front desk, try to work with them. Sometimes there's only 1 or 2 of them, or they're working in conjunction with the housekeeping department. And so just work with them and they will work with you. The girl that we checked in with realized, hey, I had to change their room on them. They've obviously had a long day of flying and they're tired. So she gave us some bottled waters and some granola bars, which was a nice treat after a long day of travel. So if you're nice to them, a lot of times they can be nice back to you. So those are my tips for hotels. If I think of any more, I will do another video. I'm just kind of doing this as I can remember. If you have any tips for hotels, please let me know in the comments down below. I would also suggest that you always sign up for a frequent guest program, whether it's with air, car, hotel, because you can get points and you never know. You may end up liking a certain hotel chain, or it may not take that much to get a free night or get an upgrade. So it doesn't cost you anything. So always sign up for those, and always check with your credit cards to see if they have any kind of promotion with hotels where you can use like your cash back money. Recently, for example, with a car rental, we could do use $20 of our cash back and we get a $40 voucher. Sometimes you can find that with hotels too. So I hope that those tips help you. And like I said, let me know below if you have any others. And until next time, make it a great day. Bye.